Hello, everybody, and welcome in to this AFC South show 236, the Week 15 reaction. Might be a little late on this one, but we're still here at the party, and we're going to be drinking beers well after everybody else leaves. So I'm the resident Texans fan. My name is Curtis. You can catch me at That Real Texas Team podcast. You can also catch me here all the time as part of this quartet of fine young gentlemen. Up at the top right, we've got Trevor, 1/3 of Third and Teal, talking all things Duval. Trevor, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing well, man. I'm glad to be back on this AFC South show. It's been a minute.
It's been a minute.
It's good to have you, brother.
Down at the bottom right, we've got one half of Unstable, Jeff, a.k.a. Walk Softly and Carry a Big Stack.
Where does Big Stack originate from?
Do what?
I'm a big guy. My last name's Steckel.
Oh, okay.
Just always been Big Stack.
That makes sense.
He and his other half, Justin, no homo, are
My better half.
are all the Colts things. That's where you need to go. Unstabled. Justin's also a fantasy guy, so check him out at Kingmaker Sports. Down at the bottom left, we've got Andrew, one half of Titans Table for Two. He and his brother Christian are your fix for Titans things. So collectively, we all come together and do this show. Like, subscribe, notification bell on all the channels and here. Let's fucking get into it, boys.
Jeff also does
Tag team.
talk about their problems with Justin. Oh.
Wow.
They really like each other. It's a good work.
We do it all together, folks.
It's a good support system.
Then they also have an OnlyFriends.
OnlyFriends.
Which is also a sister channel to Only Jags.
Jag me off.
Hey, that's where Robert comes in. You just saw him. Top contributor there.
Accurate.
Uh-oh.
Gentlemen, let's talk about some injuries. Anybody get hurt in this game that was sort of meaningful?
As of today, we had 3 safeties go on IR.
God.
Today. 3 safeties got hurt in one quarter. We were 1 injury away from having a cornerback play safety past week.
Jesus.
So Kevin Winston, the rookie who has become a starter, moved to the nickelback a lot and kind of bounced around the whole field. He's really been making his name met after he finally was able to come back from the ACL. Sucks to see him go out, but I do feel like, hey, he's showing up where we know he's going to be a part of this defense next year. Xavier Woods, who's been rotating in and out as with different packages, was a starter most of the year. Went out, and then Mike Brown was the primary backup to those 2 guys, got hurt on a special teams play. So they all 3 went on IR. So completely ending their season since there's only 3 games left. Cedric Gray left with a concussion, which sucks because he's been one of our best defenders for sure. Hopefully he'll be good to go because he's second in the league in tackles right now. He ended up with 16 before he even went out Sunday. So, and then Kevin Zeitler.
I
especially
guess. I guess. We can call it cock.
Zeitler got hurt as well. I'm not sure exactly what happened. I think it might have been like a shoulder or an elbow. Think that's it. Let's just say that's it. But we had a lot of injuries, ending 3 guys' season this game.
For the Texans, Mario Edwards Jr. was put on season-ending IR with a pectoral rupture. He's the second defensive tackle we put on season-ending IR in the last couple weeks. So we're kind of running thin with the big boys, which is kind of weird. It's just like a collection of words. But
y'all were pretty deep there to start the season, luckily.
Yeah, now we have, the 2 backups are actual guys we just stole off practice squads. Yes, thin big boys like Ed Too Tall Jones or Wilt Chamberlain. Beyond that, I think Woody Marks is going to be fine. He did get banged up a little bit and left the game. He could have come back. D'Amico Ryan said that in the post-game press conference, but Jahar Jordan came out and absolutely lit up the rushing category for the first time in a Texans uniform. So there wasn't a huge need to get Woody back out there in a game that we were firmly in command of.
Firmly grasp it in your hand.
Firmly grasp it in your hand. Firmly grasp it. Love a good SpongeBob reference, dude. Sorry.
You're fine. I think that was pretty
He
much
started it, dude.
I think it was pretty much it for the Texans anyway.
Hi,
Hello.
Pietro. Hi, Haji.
Hello, everyone. Sometimes you gotta rest your Woody.
Do you?
Especially when you have a Chubb behind him.
That's
All right,
true.
Jeff. What you got down there, man? Who's hurting for you, man? Tell me.
None of it's good. None of it's good.
Got a big stack.
I think the biggest one that we lost was Bernard Ryman. I mean, he left the game. Hopefully, it's nothing too serious. Yeah, he's been our left tackle and one of our more consistent linemen. So hopefully he's okay. That was the biggest name that I can think of that got hurt during that game, though.
Your better half's in here commenting about your pride celebration.
Mhm. Love that guy. Gotta love that.
In the chat.
So Sunday, Trevor jammed his finger, but it's not anything that's going to go on an IR. Anything further than that? I mean, they taped it up, and then we did move Jack Kaiser to the injured reserve today. They still haven't disclosed everything that's going on with him, but apparently, obviously, it's not good. But they designated Jalen McLeod to come back, so we have more depth at the linebacker position again, just to keep Foyer and Devin Lloyd fresh. So really, that's all we got. I think that's it so far, because we just got Eric Murray back this week and all that, or the week before. Everybody came back, so
Okay.
we're getting healthy and we're getting momentum at the right time.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right. Well, let's get into it, gentlemen. We'll start off with the Titans with the largest margin of defeat. 37-24 loss to the 49ers. And we all predicted that the 49ers would win.
I saw you, Justin.
Jeff said 40-6 San Francisco.
Jesus Christ.
I almost had the Niners score.
Andrew said 33-27 San Francisco. I said 31-23 San Francisco. And Eric said 24-21 San Francisco.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, another week where Tony Pollard looked really good. He only got 14 carries, but he went over 100. Him and Tajay, 17 carries, 138 combined. A hell of an average right there for a touchdown. Cam threw 2 more touchdowns. This is his best QBR and rating of the season. Not a QBR. QBR gets best rating. No, all those numbers start confusing me. He did miss on a couple passes, but he made some really good plays, escaping the pocket, some off schedule throws and stuff. One to Big Jeff, in the back of the end zone. It's crazy that Jeff is better on the scramble drill than any of our receivers. He went and found the wide open space immediately. And that's like something you definitely saw with Restrepo out there. He knew where he needed to go for Cam. Jeff, touchdown. Another sack. I think he's at 9's a career high. He missed a couple games. He's really sucks that he's not getting a ton of he is second in Pro Bowl votes for fans. But if it wasn't for Myles Garrett having the season he's having and him not being on a shitty ass team, he would definitely be looked at as a possible deep boy guy. He's having like an Aaron Donald type season this year. He's really, you can tell that he cut like 20 pounds this year and it's really helping him out. Cedric Gray continued to the team in tackles. Young guys still making plays. Chim dropped a really beautiful off-schedule throw from Cam right into his chest. Just dropped it at like the 5-yard line. That's pretty much it. I mean, just game going as far. as pretty much the way you thought it was going to go. The biggest thing is, Jeff had a good game. He had a sack with a forced fumble and stuff, and Cedric made tons of tackles. The defense overall couldn't stop a fucking nosebleed to save their life. So that was really detrimental because, I feel like the offense did decent enough game. We've scored 24 more points in 3 of the last 4 games. It's better than we've done the last 2 seasons, So they're starting to at least put points on the board, but when I'm trying to find the 9 for 15 on third down, and I'm pretty sure they were like 9 for 10 at one point, and like that the last 5 were just like kind of running the clock out towards the end of the game. And then when you're 3 for 9, that's the difference. And time of possession was something crazy too. You had 37 minutes to 22. They sustained long drives, converted on thirds and fourth downs, and I don't think they punted one time. So look like first 3 weeks of the season Colts against us.
Damn.
Well, the defense couldn't stop anybody, but we have good players on defense. Because Cam did miss a wide open deep pass that would have tied the game at half, 17-17, which would have been nice. But I keep like quality losses at this point is what we're looking at. Show some fight, show some growth from the young players, lose a game, keep a good pick. So kind of happy with how it went.
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah, I thought the Titans had an opportunity to put up some points, and they put up 24 against a pretty decent, not great, but a pretty decent 49ers defense. They're missing obviously a lot of key pieces that make them a lot more threatening and a lot closer to elite. But Robert Saleh is nothing to fucking wag your finger at as far as the defensive coordinator goes.
It was the first game all season the Titans didn't allow a sack. So that's good. We've only allowed 2 sacks over the last 2 games. Offensive line seems to be doing better, even with some backups coming in and out.
Nice. So yeah. Do you even want to win games at this point?
No, that's what I said. Quality losses is what I'm looking at. Let's get some see some growth when Cam get better and better each week. Some people are crazy calling for this guy like, oh, he's a bust. I think he's looked fine. He just hasn't been consistent, and he's a rookie. He's not gonna look consistent. He's lost his head coach midseason. He's obviously not only is the offensive line looking better with no sacks, it means he's getting rid of the ball faster. He's feeling the pressure better. Because some of those sacks were on him at the beginning of the season. People are wild. He'll only get better. But yeah, I want quality losses right now.
Okay. You guys got anything about this Titans game?
I think it played out exactly how I thought it was going to play out. With the exception, they put up a little bit more points than I thought they would.
It's fair. Hefe?
No, I agree with Trevor. I obviously expected the 49ers to win by a bigger margin. I didn't expect the Titans to put up as much as they did, but the result was still pretty much the same.
It's a quarterback banner, Justin.
Justin.
It's always been the quarterbacks.
Literally always been the quarterbacks.
Just because you've had 3 this year doesn't.
Fair.
Yeah. If I put Jonathan Taylor on y'all's little thing, then I got to put Etienne and fucking Pollard. I don't even know
Woody
who I put
Chubb.
for the text. I guess Woody. I just put the lumberyard.
Acceptable.
Sorry
Fair
that you don't have a quarterback.
They do. He's just on AARP.
He's got the life alert under the pads.
Help!
I never seen an ambulance so close to the field.
We have detected a fall.
Hey, you know what? This is a perfect segue into the next one.
Yes.
Colts lose to the Sea Chickens. Final score 18-16. We had predicted. Jeff was the only one who was riding with the Colts. He said 23-17 Indianapolis. Andrew said 38-24 Seattle. I said 33-21 Seattle. And Eric 28-17 Seattle. Hefe, take it away.
So I'm going to start this with my little handy dandy fire stacking. And I say that not only because he's been a terrible play caller, he's been an awful game manager, and not just this season. I'm talking his basically his entire tenure. It's frustrating, but now he said in a press conference, of course, Anthony Richardson was medically cleared to participate in football activities. So of course he was asked, "Hey, is there any consideration for him coming off of IR and possibly starting in the near future?" And I'm not saying this segment that Anthony Richardson should be the starter. I don't like this whole situation at all. But it was Shane Steichen's answer that, like, he's so full of shit. Like, his answer to, would you start Anthony Richardson if he's cleared and whatever? And he says, well, he's cleared from his eye injury, but he needs to get back into football shape. And I said, didn't you just pull a 5-year retired 44-year-old Phillip Rivers off of a couch and 2 practices in you started him? Are we talking about the same football conditioning? Don't bullshit a bullshitter. I don't know what the hell he's trying to do or what, like, if you don't want to start Richardson, just say it. If you're done with him, then fucking say it. I'm tired of he's just so full of shit, and it pisses me off. Like, how can you say that he needs to get in football shape, and then I saw Phillip Rivers drop back, slide in the paint, and he looked like me stumbling out of a bar drunk. Don't tell me that he's in great football shape. I'm done with Shane Steichen. I'm over it. I'm not saying Anthony Richardson can bail us out of the season and get us into the that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, don't fucking lie to me. But
you think Anthony Richardson's in better shape than Phillip Rivers? It's crazy.
He's got to be, dude. At least in better football shape. Like, don't bullshit me.
I mean, I don't know, dude. He just had his face broken.
He had his eye broken
by a rubber band.
A big rubber band.
I'm saying,
he's been eating chips the whole time.
He needs to be in football shape. I mean, again, Phillip Rivers didn't look in football shape.
No, he's in shape,
trying
dude.
To scramble and fall over.
He's in shape.
Yeah, he's in his father figure.
I can speak for all of us when we say we hope you don't fire Shane Steichen.
So,
speak for the class.
All that aside, there are a lot of positives in this game. The Colts were expected to get blown out 14 points. I think it was the spread. Seattle was predicted by most people to go over 30. Round is a shape. Exactly. They were expected to score over 30 in this game. And the defense dominated this game. The Colts defense for about 59 and a half minutes. The most important being that final 40 seconds. They held him to 6 field goals. Phillip Rivers did toss his first touchdown since 2020. It seemed like they were all over Sam Darnold. Seahawks couldn't run the football to save their life in this game. They finally pounded the rock with Jonathan Taylor, but again, Phillip Rivers dropping back 27, 28 times. What are we doing here? Why? Yeah, I mean, each run is – what is he averaging? Let me see here. Just between Amir Abdullah. So they're averaging 3.5 to 4 yards per carry each. That's good enough to keep running it. Again, I've seen Bill Belichick call 1 or 2 pass plays in a game. You don't have to pass the ball, and you don't have to do it 27 times with Phillip Rivers, who has 2 practices since 2020. You have Amir Abdullah. You've got other players that you can run the football with. It doesn't all have to be Jonathan Taylor. It seemed like that was the right game plan, but then he kept throwing in so many passes with Rivers. I'm over Shane Steichen. And yeah, Kingmaker scores, Justin. Warren should have been hyper targeted. Yeah. And he wasn't. I don't know. It was a really good game. It was a slugfest that I said it needed to be when we did our pre-show. I did say that the Colts were going to have to keep it a low-scoring game. It's exactly what the defense did. Unfortunately, it almost seemed like Gus Bradley was back on the sidelines because they wanted to prevent defense up by 1. Groupie was great, 60-yarder. I thought he made the game winner. I don't know, man. They did much better than I thought they would. That's really all I have to say about it.
I will say that was a lot closer of a game than I ever anticipated it would be. I didn't think the Seahawks were going to have to survive on field goals exclusively. I thought there would be a lot more JSN finding the end zone, especially with no Sauce Gardner, no fucking Travarius Ward, no DeForest Buckner.
They played they can play good on defense.
They did. They showed up and stepped up when they needed to. The offense just really couldn't, get over the hump. And obviously with Father Time back there, you've got a very limited range of things that you can do with him. And unless he's in like doggy, like he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Yeah, I thought this was might end up being a blowout with all the injuries on the Colts defense and how well the Seahawks offense has been playing all year. But props to the Colts defense. Jason still got his yards, but they kept him out of the end zone, which unfortunately for my fantasy team, I literally lost because Jason Myers put up 24 points in fantasy. So shout out to the Colts defense for screwing me there. But no, honestly, I think Rivers looked fine for a 44-year-old guy who hasn't played in 5 years. I don't think did anybody expect him to go out there and throw for 300 yards. I think you expected him to be a game manager and make the correct throws, and I think he did for the most part. He wasn't throwing it downfield. He kind of reminds me of Rodgers a little bit right now. A lot of check down to the running back, to the underneath guys. Rodgers obviously has a little more zip on the ball right now, but he's also been playing football the last 5 years. So, hey, honestly, if I'm the Colts, I come out of this okay, we maybe have a shot in all these games now. Feeling a little bit better about it. The Seahawks are one of the premier teams in the league. They're 11-3.
Honestly, the 49ers made me a lot more nervous than Seattle did.
I don't know why. That is,
I think
that's too crazy.
They just do.
That's by name value, I feel like, because they've been better recently. I'm not saying you should feel like, we're going to win these games, but I'd go in there and be like, we have a shot. If the defense can play like this every week, we have a shot.
No, if they play like that, that's the problem. They haven't played like that consistently. We've seen them be really good on defense at other times, like the last drive. It's just, what in the fuck just happened? Where was that defense for the last 59 minutes? I don't know.
Justin's got it. Say
he was throwing some ducks. It was.
I said fine for a 44-year-old guy who's been retired for 5 years.
And I completely agree with that. Yeah, a dude that just came off the couch 2 days. You made mention of it 2 practices before he started, and he still tossed a touchdown and kept you in the game.
Yeah.
But I will say, I think the only thing I took away from this game, because I just felt like the Seahawks were gonna. The Seahawks spit and sputter. They spit and sputtered against us too. So I'm not surprised that they sputtered against that defense, because the Colts have a really good fucking defense. They really do. There were multiple games this year, even with Daniel Jones and everyone healthy, that the offense did not carry them to a win. It was their defense. And I think what I took away from watching this game, and not to kick you while you're down a little bit, Jeff, because I know this sucks right now, but it made me feel that much more impressed with what we were able to do to them. What we were able to do against that defense just a week ago in even worse conditions. And we were able to seemingly do whatever the hell we wanted. We did what we wanted when we wanted almost the entire game. And it makes it feel like, damn, you really like that. So I think to do that against the Seahawks, though, proves that they're legit and that it's not a fluke, obviously, because that's one of the highest flying offenses in the league. That can't be denied. So,
Justin's got another comment here. Texans, y'all want to let us sign Davis Mills? Yeah, 3 first-round draft picks.
They don't have any more, dude. I'm away from Sauce Gardner.
When they start getting them, when they get them back, it's ours. We'll fucking take it.
Best I can do is a bowl of cinnamon toast crunch.
Deal.
Well,
I mean, if you had said any other cereal, I would have said no, but you said Cinnamon Toast Crunch. So we're in.
Legit.
you son of a bitch, I'm in.
you guys remember that time the Colts were 7-1?
I do.
I was just looking at that. Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Next season, Jeff's going to be standing here like the State Farm guy. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
All right. Well, let's
We've won more
pivot.
recently than the Colts.
We got the Texans and the Cardinals. Texans take care of business against the lowly Cardinals 40-20. It was never in doubt. We had 17 points up very, very quickly in the first quarter. I think the closest the game ever got, they'd trim the lead, or they'd trim the deficit down to 13, and then we expanded it quickly thereafter. We just played a very, very, very complimentary game. The special teams, for the first time all year, really felt like we weren't trying to overcome anything they were doing. They were just exclusively setting us up for great play. With the opening kickoff by Jalen Noel, after we score, with the following kickoff, Jamal Hill runs down and has the best form tackle hat on the ball that causes a fumble, and just it lands perfectly in Daria Gumbawale's hands. I don't know how he's just always around the ball like that, but he just seems to be.
Good at football.
Yeah, I mean, like really the only special teams snafu was the blocked field goal. But even then, we would be looking at 43-20. Oh no. Stroud looked, efficient, played clean. He was sacked one time, 22 of 29 for 260 and 3 touchdowns. I think he had a pass rating of like 137.1. I might be wrong about that, but I feel like that. Okay. And then, Woody Marks, I mentioned at the top of the show, got hurt, left the game, and second-year player out of Louisville, Jahar Jordan, comes in, and on 15 carries gets 101 yards in his debut, which is a Texans record for your debut game. Nobody's ever had that many yards in their debut as a Texan. So pleasantly surprised, kind of a little bit pissed in a way. Like, why did it have to take 2 injuries to running backs before we ever got him on the field, period? We've had the burstless Nick Chubb on the field for most of the games now, and instead of just trying something else, instead of just trying literally anything else, we just kept riding with Chubb. And I get it, the lumberyard's a fun thing to talk about with Woody and Chubb, but but yeah, I mean, Jaws should have been on the field a deep ago. Nico hits over 1,000 yards on the season after basically exploding over the last 5 weeks. Trying to think. Honestly, like, we let up 20 points to the Cardinals, and I didn't really expect that many points to happen. But the defense still was able to make a bunch of plays, and Jacoby Brissett didn't get over 200 yards passing until well into fourth quarter. So I still feel great about the Texans defense, that this is not like, oh, the Cardinals got 20 points on it. You could tell the the gas pedal didn't have to be pressed by the defense like it does in every other game. There's no need for them to go extreme balls to the wall because they're the only thing keeping us from fucking losing the game. The offense played pretty complimentary and took a lot of the pressure off of them. So fucking finally, in other words. Trying to think if there's anything else important that I had. I don't believe so. What'd you guys think about the 40-20 win Texans over Cardinals?
Yeah, just a super efficient day by the Texans offense, which you've been kind of hoping for all season. They scored points on every drive but 2, and one was a blocked field goal and 1 punt. Super hard as the Cardinals. When you're down, you basically spot 10 points before you even get an offensive playoff. And the first offensive drive, you go 3 and out, and then they score another touchdown. So by the end of the first quarter, you're at -7 yards, down 17-0. It's not a good way to start. Shout out to Jacoby Brissett kind of played like he's not the guy that's going to bring you back. He played really efficiently. Like kind of like played just like I said he would in the pregame. Like he had the 1 pick, but he typically takes care of the ball. He had 3 touchdowns. Trey McBride was Trey McBride, but you're down 17 before the game even really gets started. Never really. But shout out to Stroud. It's his best game since his rookie year. I feel like, like between last year and this year, just his efficiently wise and actually putting up points.
Justin has a comment, says Jaws had half his yards on 1 play. Calm down. That is the most explosive run play we have had all fucking year. He's the only running back we've had go over 100 yards.
So get shit on.
Don't tell me to calm down.
Don't you tell me, boy.
Yeah, super efficient. Over 50% on 3rd down. And every time they failed a 3rd down, they were in field goal range for once. So with Arizona being below 50% and then 33% on 4th down, it's really just an efficiency. I think, like I said, the Cardinals, once they finally started going, they played fine. But they were just down 17 when they started playing fine. They can never make it way back. So shout out to hopefully this is this offense you can see for the rest of the year for the Texans. It could be really dangerous.
Yeah.
Because the defense is already there.
That's what I'm hoping. Can we all agree that it's awesome the Chiefs are eliminated?
Yes. What?
Me personally, yes. I like that they're eliminated, I guess, but I would have rather seen them in the playoffs because we have a get back to get on them. So I would have rather seen them at least get it. Because then you know what it's going to be. Like, even though they've been playing like shit this year, you already know what it's going to be. It'll be, well, Mahomes tore his ACL. Yeah, he tore his ACL after it was pretty much said and done, but that will be the cover for it. And it'll be a discounted year for any AFC contender team that makes it. And
really?
they literally already started the headlines this morning. Like, I saw them all day today and yesterday that the AFC is wide open now. Motherfucker, we've all had our seating positions locked in at the places we're at now for like 3 weeks now. This ain't got shit to do with them or him blowing his ACL out. This is just because they've been a shitty team this year.
I am interested to see what they look like next year. I mean, I think he'll be ready by week 1.
I agree they will, but they're in cap hell.
Cap hell. Kelsey is retiring. There's no way he comes back next year.
No.
He doesn't look like he's into it anymore. He's been okay. Right? He's been like an average tight end instead of a great tight end,
when he says stuff like, I've always had the answers and I can't find them this year, yeah, he's done.
He's done. I mean, your fiance got about 1.3 billion reasons why you ain't got to be there.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm interested to see. They're going to have to cut some people for sure.
There's a world where, well, it's kind of forming right now, but the playoff field is going to be without Mahomes, no Burrow, possibly no Lamar. The scariest big name quarterback in the field is going to be Josh Allen.
Yep.
The Ravens and the Steelers play again, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Ravens, dude. The Ravens are going to make it.
Yeah,
But
Josh
Lamar's
Allen.
trash in the playoffs, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, Lamar doesn't show up, but Josh Allen should rightfully be the scariest name for sure. Because
Just think
this,
if he had
if there was a year where you would think, like, take our teams aside for a second, our love for our teams, because obviously the Texans and the Jags have a real shot this year to do something really good. Josh Allen should be the clear favorite to make the conference game just because of his experience there. Like, the guy does turn it on. He was just never able to get over the fucking Mahomes hump. Like,
he wins every game in the playoffs except for the one against the Chiefs. And now that's not a speed block,
Yeah, now it's not even a possibility.
And look
for him.
at,
So, like,
I feel he's kind of put himself. I still think Stafford's the favorite for MVP, but he's kind of put himself there. Other than James Cook, he has no weapons. Dude.
I don't think you can even look at it. I mean, they're going to look at Josh Allen, but I don't think you can after just like that Miami game. Like, to me, that's just kind of eliminated. I know one game doesn't define a season, but holy shit, man.
It was a rough game for him.
It's Miami, bro.
But I will say, to get kind of what I saw from this Texans and Cardinals game, like, obviously you saw the Texans offense do something for the first time seemingly all year. And I will say, like, even when we played them and we went to overtime, our offense was stumbling. Like, we stumbled to that win because it was our defense the same way. So I think the Texans are finding their legs now. I think that's the difference between this game. Kind of for me was like a measuring stick between the two. Like, I got to see how you guys participated against a team of that caliber versus how we did. And I think it kind of showed us, if any of us were watching, that the Texans are still figuring it out offensively, in my opinion. Like, I'd like to know your opinion, Curtis. So I'm not going to sit here and say I've watched every Texans game this year because I haven't. So I feel like this was the most complete game, like you said. And I feel like to see them figuring it out shows that we're still on different, like, we're at different places in, like, our development. Like, our offense seems seemingly, especially over the last month, to have figured it out. Now, and you're watching the Texans team. The defense has had it figured out all year. That's what kills me. Everybody's like, oh, the Texans are on a hot streak because their defense is figuring it out. No, motherfucker, they've been the number one defense in the league all year long. Like, this is not a new development.
Yeah, it's not new.
Yeah.
It's not new. And that's the thing that kills me. Like, even when you have the Jaguars-Texans talk, because, you know, obviously we're the two to compete for the division. You know, when you have that conversation, everybody's like, oh, it's the defense. Well, we've already played the defense. It's not the defense. It's what is the offense going to shape into? Like, is the offense going to finish taking shape? And I think this was the first step to doing that. So
I don't think you're wrong. I think the offensive line is consistent. It's the first time all year we've had 3 straight weeks of the exact same offensive line. And that's huge. I don't know that it's necessarily taking shit. I mean, we put up 44 on the Ravens earlier in the year. We waited to the fourth quarter to put up any sort of points against the Titans. Waited to the fourth quarter to put up any sort of points against the Jaguars in game 2. I hope that they're figuring it out. I don't believe that they are. I still think Nick Caley is trash at his job. And if he could win a ring this year, riding the coattails of the defense, if that were to break that way, and still get fucking fired.
I think he should be.
Yeah, he's not earned the ability to come back. Now, over the next 3 games, he could definitely, change some opinions. You get another tune-up game essentially against the Raiders, and then you get an actual defense that's a challenge against the Chargers, and then you get the Colts again in what could be a meaningful game. So we've got some interesting things.
It'll be a meaningful game. It'll be a meaningful game, but not for the reason that Colts fans would hope so. Like, it's not going to be. And honestly, look, it's not even trying to kick them while they're down, but they were sliding before Daniel got hurt, and now they've fallen off the cliff. It is over. I mean, I think it's time to accept that, and I know Jeff has. Jeff knows, but it's time to accept that because, like, you would think in the face of adversity, losing your quarterback, you'd turn to the best running back in the league, and instead we're still 30 pass attempts a game. It's fucking over.
Yeah.
It's over. So I think that game's going to have all the meaning, but simply because that right there, I think simply because it's going to come down to we have the hardest game left between the Texans and the Jaguars remaining schedule when we play the Broncos this weekend.
Yeah.
And I'll talk about that in a minute, but like that's going to determine, I think, a lot about whether or not you guys claim the 1 spot in the division and move into the 3 seed potentially, or whether you stay wild card and have to go away or go like to someone else's stadium for the first round of playoffs. So
Yeah.
It'll absolutely be
I'm
meaningful.
glad you brought that up. We're going to talk about the playoff seeding later. By the way, I didn't read these off already, but Jeff said the Texans would win 23-20. Andrew 20-17 Houston. I said 27-10 Houston, and Eric said 23-20. So, Jeff, do you have anything before we move
No,
on?
I mean, like you said, I mean, it was probably Stroud's easily the best game that he's had this year. It was very incredibly efficient. He had a good run game to back him up. It seems like that line is finally starting to give him a little protection, and their defense is just playing like they have all year. Yeah, it seems like I don't know if they, like you said, I don't know if they're like finally figuring it out offensively, or it was just kind of a down Cardinals team. But I guess we'll figure it out, like you said, when they go up against Chargers. So, but it seems like they're getting better offensively.
It does seem like it's trending in the right direction.
Yeah.
It's just, how much of that is real. All right, last game on the docket. Jaguars win 48-20 over the visiting Jets. Let's see. Predictions were Jeff had 32-17 Jacksonville, Andrew 31-10 Jacksonville. I said 31-9 Jacksonville. Eric 36-10. Trevor, take it away, my boy.
Okay, so I think when you talk about a complimentary game, there's no better example than this game here. Special teams had great returns. They were solid in blocking. Defense was creating turnovers and stops like it was going out of style. And Trevor Lawrence had a historic day. I mean, and I know the first thing people want to run to is it's the Jets. Okay, so the first thing I'd like to point out and why this is still remarkable. First of all, 6 touchdowns scored in an NFL game is incredible for any player in any team in any game. The NFL is full of all grown men. You're playing against all professionals. Like all of these guys are considered to be the best at their positions. That's why they're in the league. So I'll bring you some stats here. The QBs versus the Jets this season. Okay. Drake May only had 1 touchdown. He did throw for 283 yards. Josh Allen, the scary one left, had no touchdowns, only threw for 200 yards. Lamar Jackson, 0 touchdowns, 164 yards. Baker Mayfield, 1 touchdown, 277. Bo Nix, 1 touchdown, less than 200 yards. Bryce Young, 1 touchdown, 148 yards. Tua, across 2 games, both times he played, he only threw for 3 touchdowns combined and 310 yards. Trevor Lawrence alone in the one game, 6 touchdowns, 381 yards. There's no discrediting that. Because the thing is, the Jets have a terrible offense. They're actually in a much similar position to what the Colts are in now. Their defense can play good ball. They have playmakers on the defense. They play good defense. They just can't score. But Trevor is in a flow state right now that I don't think has been witnessed in his entire NFL career. I mean, you think for 3 weeks straight, he hasn't played in the fourth quarter because we're up that big. You know what I mean? Like, the guy is on another level. There's no denying it. Over the last 3 weeks, he has 895 yards, 10 touchdowns, no turnovers. He's playing out of his mind, and that's against the Colts defense included. Like, I mean, that's considered a top defense in the league. So we're no longer just barely winning and stumbling out of games like we did against the Cardinals, which is why I brought that up. We found the deep ball now. We found our intermediate game and our short game. Our run game has been good all year, and now Trevor's comfortable in the system. We're not just beating teams, we are decimating them. We are taking them apart from the first snap to the final snap. And that's where I felt like we fell short in the Texans game. Because even, I'm sure you'll remember, Curtis, that game was not close until the second half when we took our foot off the gas like a bunch of retards. Like, we fucked that up. You know what I mean? We get to the fourth quarter, and we're playing like the game's already over. Should have never done that. Should have never done that. That's the number one key to losing a game, is considering it done before the buzzer goes off. It's over. So since that game, we have played through the end. And even then, you think about it, we're one penalty away from still winning that game. We were stumbling to wins without the offense being in lockstep, and now they are. I think when you see this game and you see what he was able to do, and you see all the contributions, I mean, you got 3 touchdown receptions from a running back, another one from a second running back. And then you got your receivers finding space in the middle of the field, the deep ball. I mean, underneath, like, you've got everything's going. Everything is an option. Brian Thomas Jr. is winning one-on-ones again, as he should have been the whole year. Like, this is the game, I think, that just shows you what they are capable of. So I think going into this Broncos game, I don't think we could have had a better game to play before the Broncos game. Because everyone, I know plenty of you guys have even said it before, and I know a lot of people share the opinion that the Broncos are pretenders. They stumble to wins. I mean, they're just barely squeaking them out in the end. But I won't discredit that. I mean, the good teams find a way to win. Winners win. But at the end of the day, though, we were doing that even when we didn't have an offense. Now we've seemingly found all 3 phases, and we found them all like at a very high level. So this game to me was nothing short of incredible.
Yeah. I mean, you're right. Very complete performance by the Jags. Trevor Lawrence, best game of his career. I hope it's a harbinger of things to come with Liam Cohen. I hope that, back in the day when I was a kid, the Titans and the Colts were, duking it out for like the elite team in the South. And then the Colts kind of, took several steps forward with Peyton in his prime. And then the Jags kind of joined that fray with David Garrard and a little bit of like hard-nosed running with Fred Taylor and Maurice Jones-Drew. And then the Texans finally entered the fray. This division is at its best when there are 2 teams that are playing good football at minimum. And God, it'd be nice if all 3 of us could have a winning record at the end of the year. I don't know that the Colts are going to. Yeah, right. I don't know that the Colts are going to squeak into the playoffs or anything, but having 3 of us get a winning season, that would be a dramatic turnaround. Especially for the Jags, no matter if they finish as the division winner or whatever, a crazy turnaround by Liam Cohen in year 1. This is a night and day difference in team. I'm excited for what the Jags have in the future here. This game specifically against the Jets, I mean, you wanted to come in here and you wanted to take care of business. You didn't want them with a rookie 3rd-string quarterback to have any sort of feeling like, hey, we're in this. Just fucking put the foot on the throat, step real hard, and do your job. And they did. And that's all you can ask for. You can only play the team in front of you. And hats off to the Jags for getting it fucking done in style. 28 points, style victory.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially considering all the starters. I mean, offense and defense were out in the 4th quarter.
Yeah.
That's a game we didn't play. We didn't even have to play a full 60.
Oh, yeah. It was a massacre from the beginning. I mean, Trevor alluded to it, but that's T-Law's best game of his career by far. Amazing game, 6 touchdowns. If I wanted to get nitpicky, and this is really just being nitpicky, the run game hasn't been there the last few weeks for them. But other than, I mean, it's kind of like as the run game, because the run game was like leading the offense at the beginning of the season, and it's kind of taken a few steps back, but luckily Trevor has taken a few steps forward. So it's worked out fine. I'm not going to talk about the Jets. I mean, every team in the NFL is an NFL team. So shout out to them. I mean, we'll see. So who do they have next week? The Broncos?
Yeah.
So that's a good defense. So hopefully we'll see something,
Yeah.
I think, they got a couple. Well, just that's really their only test for the rest of the season. Honestly, got the Colts and the Titans after that. So, that's a really, even if they've been squeaking out wins, it's because that defense has been so good. And Nick's has shown up when he needs to. He might not be playing as good as he did last season, but he's showing up at the games when he needs to. So I think it'll be a good game. I wish they could flex that one.
I completely agree. I thought it should have been flexed personally. But not just that. I'd also like to say too, like, I think this will be a good precipice for us for how it would fare if we saw the Texans in the playoffs. Because I feel like the Texans and the Broncos play a very similar style of defense, like very physical, very hard nosed. Like they're going to stick to you, and their linebackers are going to try to murder you when you have the ball in your hand.
At the front seven, for sure. I would say the big difference is the secondary.
Mm-hmm.
The Jags seem to play a little more off, but the Broncos have better corners, so they're going to press a little bit more. So I think that's the biggest difference is the zone coverage and the press man at the line. But the front seven is very similar for sure. Good pass rushers, hard hitting linebackers.
That's all I got about it, man. I think it was just good.
Hell yeah. Well, look, it's not the most possible thing.
Sorry, Jeff.
But it is still possible. It is still possible for 3 of the 4 teams to make it to the playoffs. Gentlemen, was that even a thought in your head going into this season?
No.
Mm-mm. No, not at all.
Yeah.
Not a bit.
Well,
I had the Colts close to the bottom with the Titans.
You guys remember that time Andrew was like, Titans are going to win like 8 games or something?
It was hopeful.
We were all
man.
We were we were like maybe
season of hope.
We were like maybe 5,
maybe 3.
Season of hope,
but
baby.
Hey, I mean, would you rather come into a season thinking you might win 8 games, or would you rather come into a season 7-1 and in the season 8-9? You know,
That's the question we all need to answer.
I like to set the bar really, really low because I'm not disappointed then.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
I'm a Titans fan, a Vanderbilt fan. I've been disappointed my whole life. So.
Damn, sucks to suck. Let's see.
Coming from the Vols guy and the Texans guy.
The Vols won a natty in '98. All right, relax.
Were you alive? Barely.
Yeah, I was alive, sir.
If I got to hear about '98 from another Vols fan.
In '98, boys.
I have done my weekly playoff machine. If you want to hear it.
Yeah, hit me.
All right. AFC first seed. I do have the Broncos. Second seed Patriots. Third seed Jacksonville going 12-5. The only game they lose being to the Broncos. Fourth seed Baltimore. Fifth seed Chargers. Sixth seed Buffalo. Seventh seed Texans. Only losing 1 game to the Chargers. So 11-6 and 12-5 for you boys. In the NFC, I had the Seattle being the first seed. Second seed Packers. Third seed Eagles. Fourth seed Bucks. Fifth seed Rams. Sixth seed 49ers. Seventh seed Lions.
So with the Jags being you said the 2 seed, 3 seed?
The 3 seed, yeah.
12-5. So who would they be playing?
Buffalo. Be Jags, Buffalo, hosting Buffalo, and Houston would be going to New England.
See, and now here's the other thing. As a Texans fan, we're sitting at the 7 seed right now. So no matter what happens, we'd be playing road games. And I'm not necessarily opposed to that this season. This team feels different on the road this year. We haven't had like a real bad like we've lost games, but we haven't lost games by more than 1 score. You know what I mean? Like we've had very, very competitive games each and every week. I think we could go into Foxborough and put an end to a very young Patriots team.
Yeah,
I think we could go to, if the Steelers end up winning the division and we somehow get to be the 5 seed, I think we could go to Pittsburgh and win that playoff game.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I think I think if we end up playing the Broncos, well, we'd end up playing the Broncos in the second round if we were the 7 seed anyway. But I think we could go to Mile High and beat the Broncos. Like it'll be a defensive 13-10 kind of game,
Yeah.
kind of like it was in the regular season. I
For
don't
shits
know
and
that
gigs,
being
I
the 3
changed
seed.
the Texans to beating the Chargers, and if that happened and everything else stayed the same for me, Jacksonville would go to Houston round 1. That'd be awesome.
That would be kind of interesting.
Because you'd both be 12-5, and I guess you Texans on the tiebreaker over the.
I think it
Jags.
would be conference record or division record at that point.
Well, at that point, I think our division record would end up being tied because who do you guys play one more time? You play the Colts again?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I
They'd
mean,
go 5-1 if they beat them.
yeah, so they'd be one above, I think. No, because
No, you'd be 5-1 too. They'd go to conference record. They must have a better conference record.
At the
Yeah.
moment, we're 1 game ahead of you guys in the conference record.
Wow.
With only
And
conference
also,
games to go, I think.
unfortunately, we also play 3 AFC games, down the final stretch
Yeah.
here. So
So do
Yeah, so
they.
there's-
So
Yeah, I was about to say we do too. So really, it's just going to come down to who loses. Like that's it.
yeah,
Mm.
realistically. But I don't even know that I want the 3 seed. Because if Buffalo is the most Super Bowl ready team because of experience and playoff experience, I don't know that you want to have them coming to Houston. Potentially, round 1, depending on how everything shakes out. But there's still a possibility they end up flipping the division with the Patriots and end up winning again.
yeah, it's close.
It's very close. They're a game apart right now. They both have, I think, 2 division games left. So
The Patriots.
no, the Bills don't. They have 1 division game left. The Patriots play the
Jets
Dolphins.
and the Dolphins. But they have
Yeah.
the Ravens next week, and the Ravens are fighting for a playoff spot. I think the Ravens might give them a little game in Baltimore.
Yeah, because the Ravens are going to be chippy because they know they still have a shot.
Yeah. And the Ravens are playing good football right now. They just blanked the Bengals offense. So, that's pretty hard to do with Burrow in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Flacco in.
Trevor, does the seeding matter at all to you? Or is it just giving a ticket to the dance enough?
I think a ticket to the dance is enough because I feel like we've looked dominant at times, both on the road and at home. I think seeing this Jaguars team over the past few weeks, you can confidently say we learned our lesson from the Texans game where we took our foot off the gas too early, as I talked about earlier. Because even in that game, we put 17 up in the first 4 minutes of the game. So,
yeah,
we were in firm control. We let that game go. We beat ourselves in that game, 100%. Not to say the Texans didn't play a good game. They played well and they stayed in it. That was the key part there. So they earned the win. But to know that we can do that on the road, we can do it at home, doesn't really seem to matter. We went to San Francisco and beat them at home. I feel confident, but I will say I would probably prefer to be at home because this team does look unreal at home this year.
Especially in the winter.
Yeah.
Having a little bit nicer weather. To me, I'm not in the playoffs, but just speaking, like if I were looking like seed is cool or whatever, unless you're the first seed, fuck it. Like it's all about matchup to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like who we getting. Home is only a thing for me for the weather. Like these guys are professionals; they can play in front of opposing fans if they need to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they don't care.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and then realistically,
matchup and weather.
The 2 most intimidating atmospheres that you could see in the playoffs right now, if everything stays the same, the Bills and the Broncos and then the Jags.
New England?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I'm talking about weather-wise, right?
Weather-wise, but just overall fan atmosphere that can affect the game.
Oh, yeah, Buffalo for sure.
Buffalo's crazy. And I will say Everbank has been insane this year. Every time I've gone, like even at the Colts game, it's fucking raining. It's chilly outside. Like it was just a shitty day. No one left.
All the best
was-
fan bases are in the NFC.
I'm telling you, like no one left. We were all still there, thugging it out in the rain, just watching us put belt to ass.
Yeah.
That's going to be a tough place to come into.
And Denver's hard
Yeah.
just because
No.
I mean the atmosphere is a legit thing.
Yeah.
Like that's legit hard to do.
Yeah. Well, gentlemen, I think we've come to a good spot for an end. Do you guys have any closing comments?
Good luck to you guys, because I don't know if I'll catch another one before the end of the year, but
Hey,
Jeff?
just gotta say the Chiefs are lucky they got eliminated last week, or we were gonna put it in them this week.
Jeff, I'm going to send you some pads to put around your room and a straight jacket because I'm worried about you.
I don't need it.
And
I've fully embraced the situation for what it is.
and Curtis, I hope we see the Texans in the playoffs, personally.
Dude, can you imagine Jags and Texans AFC championship game?
Bro, I've
Oh,
thought about
please,
that
God,
so
no.
many times. I have thought about that so many times. But you know what, though? Even if that happens,
Me and Jeff's worst nightmare.
I was about to say, you two down there are fucked, buddy. It is over. It is over. Y'all never go.
All I'd say-
If that happens, we won't be able to
Look at
keep
time.
Trevor off the show. Like it'll be the AFC South with 2 Jags fans in here.
Dude, I will be in the comments all the time. www.
Just-
Oh, God. There he goes. And he's back. Kind of in spirit. I want to thank you guys for coming on and sticking it out this year. Andrew, I know it's been tough this season with the Titans not being hella entertaining, but I appreciate you guys for always making some time to come
I
on.
love the game.
AFC South ball. If you're a Titans fan, go check out Andrew at Titans Table for Two. He and Christian will talk all things Titans
We're
for
in the
you.
Christmas spirit
Yeah.
today too.
The what?
Christmas spirit with my PlayStation Christmas sweater.
Word.
Nice. It's actually kind of sexy. Down at the bottom right, we got Jeff. Make sure you go check him out. He's one half of Unstabled, one half of Tag Team Talk, and the other half does fantasy football stuff over on Kingmaker Sports. So if you're a Colts fan, go check him out. Up at the top right, Trevor, 1/3 of Third and Teal with Isaiah and Eric. Make sure you go like, subscribe over there if you're a Jags fan. And if you're a Texans fan, come check me out at That Real Texas Team podcast. Mike and Chris over there with me talking all things Houston Texans. Like, subscribe, notification bell here on this channel as we're trying to grow and get in front of more AFC South fans. Like, subscribe, be good people. Fuck the Colts and the Cowboys.
Trevor, I wish I was Lawrence.
Amen.